Tonight's news focus. Governor of Sarawak and his wife break fast with PDRM Sarawak. Premier of Sarawak takes part in Khatam Al-Quran and Iftar Perdana organized by MIS. Developments actively implemented in Telaga Air village. 515 individuals at Pusa received donations from Sejambak Kasih 2024. Ziyadah Ramadan program for Asnaf in Seruyuk. The people of Sarawak have high level of tolerance. Good evening. The Governor of Sarawak, Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and his wife Puan Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi enlivened the breaking of fast ceremony with the Royal Malaysian Police PDRM Sarawak contingent on Friday. The arrival of Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi at 6:40 p.m. was welcomed by Sarawak Police Commissioner Datuk Mancha Atta and his deputy, Datuk Ibrahim Darus at the Al-Mujahidin Mosque in the Tabuan Jaya Police Housing Complex. The ceremony was attended by senior officers, junior officers, public officers of the PDRM Sarawak contingents, as well as district police chiefs. It began with the reading of Al-Quran verses by Qari Nordin Putit, followed by a simple breaking of fast and continued on with the congregational Fardu Maghrib prayers. After the Maghrib prayer, the honorable guests who were present were treated to dinner. The ceremony continued with Fardu Ishaq and congregational Taraweh prayers. The Islamic Council of Sarawak MIS successfully organized the Khatam Al-Quran and Iftar Perdana ceremony for Islamic agencies at the Islamic Complex Hall in Kuching on Friday. During that ceremony, the Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg had the opportunity to conclude the reading of the Quran with Surah At-Duha, followed by other distinguished guests. Among them are Sarawak Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Dato' Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, Sarawak State Secretary Dato' Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar Marzuki, Sarawak Deputy Minister of Utility and Telecommunications, Dato' Dr. Abdul Rahman Junaidi, Deputy Minister of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development, Dato' Dr. Ripin Lamat, President of Islamic Council of Sarawak, Dato' Ms. Nutaha, Mufti Sarawak, Datu Kipli Yasin, and other guests. After that, the ceremony continued with taktimt reading before breaking fast and congregational Fardu Maghrib prayer led by the Grand Imam of Sarawak, Sahibu Fadilah Datuk Mustafa Kamal Ahmad Fauzi. At the end of the ceremony, Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari and his wife Puan Sri Dato' Amar Jumaani Tun Tuanku Bujang presented contributions to 120 members from the Urus Setia Saudara Kita USK, which is an independent non-governmental organization under the purview of MIS. This was followed by Fardu Ishaq, Taraweh, and Witir prayers. The ceremony gathered about 600 attendees consisting of employees from MIS, Sarawak Islamic Department, PDRM, Sarawak Mufti Department, Sarawak Syariah Justice Department, Malaysia Islamic Development Department Sarawak, Tabung Baitumal Sarawak, Sarawak Public Communications Unit UKAS, Tabung Haji Sarawak, and Sarawak State Mosque Welfare Trust Board. The Sarawak government continues to implement development in Telaga Air village since the establishment of Telaga Air Village Rural Development Centre PPD in the 1980s up to today. According to Sarawak Deputy Minister of Utility and Telecommunications, Dato' Dr. Abdul Rahman Junaidi, Telaga Air has become a focal point for the public thanks to the freshness of the seafood and natural beauty in the vicinity, resulting in traffic congestion, especially on weekends. He explained that the Sarawak government will build 2 new roads in the 3rd and 4th quarter of this year to improve the existing infrastructure in Telaga Air.
Alhamdulillah, pada tahun lepas, Yang Berhormat Premier Sarawak telah pun mengumumkan bahawa jalan raya besar akan dibina daripada jalan Pensri Adenan Satin ataupun nama-lamanya jalan FSC mengalir terus ke Kampung Telaga sepanjang 4.6 km, iaitu jalan dual carriageway. Samping itu juga saya telah pun dimaklumkan oleh pihak Jabatan Kerja Raya Sarawak bahawa pihak kerajaan telah pun meluluskan juga sebatang lagi jalan raya daripada jalan FSC mengalir terus ke Kampung Terobos. Apa sebab jalan itu dibina? Kerana di sebelahan dengan Kampung Terobos telah pun pasti sebuah tapak untuk dibina sebuah universiti, universiti baru Sarawak yang akan dibina oleh Kerajaan Sarawak dalam tempoh 3-4 tahun yang akan datang.
He said this while meeting the media at the Zaira and Santunan Ramadan program at the Darus Solihin Mosque in Kuching on Saturday. The member of the State Legislative Assembly for Pantai Damai added that a new mosque will also be built near the banks of the Telaga Air River for the convenience of the Muslim community, which make up the majority of the population in the area. During this program, organized by the Islamic Council of Sarawak, a total of 66 Asnaf people from 11 villages in the Telaga Air zone received contributions in the form of food baskets and cash worth 150 ringgit each. A total of 515 individuals from the less fortunate groups received donations of money and hampers at the Sejambak Kasih ceremony in Pusa district on Thursday. Sarawak Deputy Minister of Women, Early Childhood and Community Welfare Development, Community Welfare, Datuk Muhammad Razi Sitam said that the Sarawak Public Welfare Department this year allocated a total of 1,662,400 ringgit to 16,624 recipients in Sarawak, while the Betong section sees a total of 4,495 recipients. Datuk Muhammad Razi, who is also a member of the State Legislative Assembly for Saribas, added that the assistance was welcomed by the Sarawak Social Welfare Department to reduce the burden of the community in conjunction with the upcoming Aidilfitri celebration. At the same function, he also delivered Raya money to 100 recipients, Kenyalang Goat Cart KGC, BIK Strategic Funds to 8 entrepreneurs, in addition to equipment assistance. The Ziyadah Ramadan program continues to enliven the life of Asnaf Group in connection with Ramadan and the celebration of Aidilfitri in Seruyuk village, Sebuyau. Sarawak Utility and Telecommunications Minister and Sebuyau Assemblyman Datuk Sri Julaihi Narawi has completed the delivery of donations to 13 Asnaf in the village on Friday. He hoped that the contribution can lighten the burden of the recipient in preparing to welcome Aidilfitri. In the same program, Datuk Sri Julaihi also distributed 200 containers of bubur pedas and dates to local residents. The people of Sarawak have a high level of tolerance and successfully maintain harmony despite differences in religious and cultural backgrounds. OPAR Assembly member Billy Sujang says harmony between people of multinational and religion in this state often makes Sarawak an example when the topic of unity is discussed. He said this while speaking at the distribution of bubur lambu organized by the Sarawak United National Youth Organisation Sabakas in Lundu on Friday. At the ceremony, Billy distributed 300 packs of bubur lambu to residents at the Darul Hidayah Mosque that afternoon. After the ceremony, he had the opportunity to visit and provide assistance to the family of the late Mahat Tikund, who passed away on April 2. And that's the English edition with me, Philip Yeoh. More news can be found in our official portal, ukas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. We end the UKAS Bulletin today with the Khatam Al-Quran and Iftar Perdana of the Islamic agencies at the Islamic Complex Hall, which was graced by the Premier of Sarawak in Kuching on Friday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.